Welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. Today we're going to take a close look at our new Can-Am Defender. This is the Limited Max. It's the 6-seater. Now, if you've been following our channel for a while, you know that we had a partnership with Kubota Tractor Corporation. And with that partnership, we had on loan to us two tractors, an LX 4020 and an MX 5400. We also had a Kubota SideKick. Matter of fact, over 4 years of that partnership, I think we ran 3 different sidekicks, and they were good. We didn't have any issues with them at all, but our partnership has ended, and I needed to replace that side-by-side. Well, prior to the sidekicks, we had a Polaris 800 Crew, and I can't even remember what year it was, but it was a good machine. We didn't have any issues with it. But this go around, we were looking for something to haul more people than the Kubota SideKick, something a little bit more comfortable, something for both work and play. We live here in Pennsylvania. Most of the time, this machine will be used for work here on the property, but we also have a cabin down in West Virginia, and down there in the free state of West Virginia, you can ride these things on the road. And there is just miles and miles of riding we can do. So we're looking for something more comfortable with a few extra features and that we could haul a bunch of people in, which led us to the Can-Am Defender. I've never had a Can-Am before. We bought this just last week. I know a few people that have them. They seem to really like them. Hopefully, you know, it holds up for us and performs as expected. But at first glance, it's a really, really nice side-by-side, and it's huge. Now, as it sits right there, it's 158 inches long, 65 inches wide, and 81 inches tall, and it's heavy as well. It weighs in at about 2,466 pounds. That's the dry weight. Very big machine. Now, the cargo box back here in the back, it's pretty good size as well, especially considering that it's a crew cab. But the cargo box measures 38 inches by 54.5 by 12 inches high. As you can see, the cargo box has 4 tie downs, 1 in each corner. Tailgate says it has a capacity of 250 pounds. It's got a towing capacity of 2,500 pounds. It's got a 10.6 gallon gas tank. The bed will dump. It's not a power dump. The power plant is a 976cc V-twin liquid cooled, produces 82 horsepower. The Limited comes with 30-inch tires, mounted on 14-inch cast aluminum wheels. They're very nice. I like the looks of the wheels. They use a double A-arm with sway bar suspension in the front. It has 12 inches of travel, and it has twin-tube gas-charged shocks. So this has a turf mode, 2-wheel drive, and 4-wheel drive modes. It's got a 4,500-pound winch up front. It's got a nice front bumper on it, and a 2-inch hitch receiver in the back. And it has disc brakes all the way around. Now, so far, everything we talked about, you know, no real surprises, nothing out of the ordinary. That happens on the inside. So this has the full cab, real glass, all the way around, windshield wiper. But wait till you see this interior. Kind of gives you a King Ranch vibe, but it's a really nice interior, and the seats are extremely comfortable. Now, I only have about 3 miles on it so far. I don't know if this thing's going to fall apart in a month or it's going to last me 15 years. But so far, I really like it. It's a nice feature on the windshield. You can open it part way for a little ventilation, and it'll lock in place right there. Or you can open it all the way up. It's got this huge panoramic mirror right here, which is really nice. When I first looked at that, I thought, you know, that's a little big. I don't really see the need, but having this, I don't think you really need the mirrors on the sides. I really like this. Here's your wiper controls right here. Headlight right there. winch right there. Now, wait till you check this out. I'm going to start it up. Up front here, you have power windows for both driver and passenger. The rear windows, you got to crank them, but that's okay. And it also has air conditioning. It hasn't been real hot, but it seems to blow cold air really, really well. You know, I don't know with all this glass how well it'll keep up, but it'll definitely take the edge off. But it's got heat and AC. It's on its lowest setting right now. Really, I never would have dreamed one day I would have a side-by-side with power windows and air conditioning. But here we are. And this is really nice right here. You got a little storage compartment. And if you want, you can pull this handle right here, take the whole thing with you. So you got your pew-pew in there or whatever. You can take that right out, have just a big tray there, or you can leave that box in here somehow, like so. Got your cup holders right here, 12 volt, front diff lock. It has different drive modes, trip odometer, does all sorts of things. It's got a LED dome light. I don't know if I mentioned, but LED headlights and tail lights as well. Take a look at the back seat here. Plenty of room here in the back. Not near the room that you have in the front, but still plenty of room back here. And this is a true 6-passenger side-by-side. I mean, no trouble at all. It is huge in this cab here. These seats, they all fold up. Like I said, hand crank windows here in the back. Up here in the passenger side in the front, there's another one of these removable, removable storage box. That's a big one right there. You can take that out, put it right back in. Now, Can-Am, they make the Defender, the Commander, and the Maverick. The Defender, what we got, it's more of a work / hunting / trail riding. The Commander is a little bit more racier with a smaller bed on the back, a little bit more suspension. And the Maverick is just out of control. They're like over 200 horsepower. They're for like ripping around the desert. Some guys here in the East have them. I don't even know where you could open one of those things up. I mean, like I said, West Virginia, you could run on the roads, so I guess you could there. But around here, we have a lot of trees. You know what I mean? It's not like we have big open areas. I mean, there's a few. But yeah, the Maverick, I think that would really shine like Moab, Utah or something like that. For us, I'm 57 years old. I don't rip around as fast as I used to. But this has plenty of power. Like I said, we'll be able to use it for work, hunting, trail riding, all sorts of things. I hope we have good luck with it. My buddy Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, he has a Defender, and he spoke very highly of them. And I know a few other people that have them as well. But like I said, I've never owned one before. But boy, have these things evolved over the years. We have had a lot of different four-wheelers and a few different side-by-sides over the years. Get you out of that sun there. The first four-wheeler that I had was a Yamaha Blaster. That thing would rip. It was just a 200, but it was a two-stroke. We had a Yamaha Kodiak. We had a Kawasaki Mule, a 220, for years. And I mean, we ran that thing hard. That was my first machine to start getting firewood out of the woods, was that Kawasaki Bayou, and I had a little cart behind it. And then, yeah, we bought that Polaris Ranger ran the sidekicks, and now we're going to try a Can-Am. And like I said, hopefully we get a lot of years of use out of this. They are not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. However, it appears that the Can-Am, at least something like this loaded up, is a little more, maybe even a lot more affordable than the new Polaris. I may not be comparing apples to apples, but the new Polaris are pretty proud of them. And we have a Polaris four-wheeler, what is it, an 850 Ultimate Trail, the Sportsman, and it's nice, it is, but I figured this go around we'll give Can-Am a try and see what we think. I think the only thing that I'm going to add to this is maybe a rear work light, and I was considering a light bar across the top, but the headlights are real bright. I think maybe just a light on the back. The light bars up top, they're nice, but with all the branches around here, it's easy to catch them on something. I'm not going to get a plow for it, at least not now. Normally, I plow snow with a tractor. Yeah, I think really all that I want to get is a rear work light and maybe a few accessories for the bed. I'll have to see what's out there. But yeah, so far, I like it a lot. And I hope 5 or 10 years from now, I'm still saying the same thing. As I said at the beginning of this video, you know, if you are considering something like this, they're big. They are. I mean, this would not really fit on a regular four-wheeler trail, I don't think. Plus, it's long. That doesn't really concern me, but for some of you out there, it may. It's definitely big. I parked this thing beside my old Subaru. I have a 2016 Subaru Crosstrek. Obviously, it's way taller, but I think it's only about a foot shorter than that Subaru. And it's big. It is. I like it, though. I like the room inside. I like the 30-inch tires on it. The wheels look great. I love the color as well. I'm more of a earth tone kind of guy. I strayed away from that with the Ford pickup. It's rapid red, but besides that, everything we have is kind of, everything I ever liked was like earth tones, browns, grays, that kind of stuff, tan. But anyway, the food plot is coming in, not quite as fast as I had hoped, but it's coming in good. You can see in some areas, I may have seeded it a little heavier than others. The reason is I was using a hand seeder on this entire thing, and there's like 20-mile-an-hour winds or 30-mile-an-hour winds and a storm coming in. So I was ripping around there pretty fast trying to get seed on the ground. But you can see there's clover everywhere. There's a whole mixture in here that we got from Ernst Seed up north. But I'd say a few more weeks. They're calling for some rain tonight. It should really be popping. But anyway, you will definitely be seeing more of this Defender, and I will keep you updated on how we like it. And sometime in the near future, we'll take this down to West Virginia and go on a long ride with it. I have some friends down there. They all run like those Razors and stuff like that, the real fast ones. I told them I may not be able to keep up with you, but I'll be comfortable trying.